Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world, whatever time zone you're in. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, if you're coming back, welcome back. So we're going to get right into it. Today we're going to talk about owning a home business, give you some more ideas because everybody loves these videos on ideas on home businesses, work from home, gig work. So as long as y'all keep viewing them and liking them and all that, I keep making them. And I'm going to go off the screen. But be sure and subscribe because I come out with these at least once or twice a week. I try to post a new video every day, but sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. So anyway, I'm going to go off the screen so I'm not a distraction and we can focus because I tend to move around when I talk and I don't want to be doing that. Okay, so owning a home business. And this is not just for women, by the way, even though they continually talk about women here. So many home-born businesses are sole proprietorships. And we're going to talk about some ideas on what you can do to get your own going up. And most of this stuff we already know if we're on a wealth building channel. Okay? If you want any more of these ideas, you can contact me on my website. I'm not promoting anything right now, but I just wanted to let you know. I'm not going to sit there and read all of this because most of us already know it. You know, you need to register. You need to go to SBA. You need to go to your state and register if you need to have a certain name for your business, whatever. But if we're not going to be doing all that and we're just going to start it off as a side gig, then we can do, if you know how to cook, you can sell baked goods. Let's look at how this one woman is doing it. So she was very specific and she needed dairy-free brownies. So, I mean, a lot of this allergies, food stuff, people are starting their own businesses because they have allergies and they can't eat nothing, which I totally get. So they start their own business. Let me see. Is her face cut off on this thing? Maybe it's cut off. Okay. So she started her own business. A lot of people are doing that, by the way. It just doesn't say where she's selling them at. Does she open a whole new store? I guess she would because you can't do that online. So this person over here brought in $400 a month selling homemade bread. And she said they both had government jobs and they were shut down for about 5 long weeks and they had to support their children, so they started baking bread. I did another video on baking bread, people showing you how to bake bread online, and they're making like crazy money. She's saying okay, so basically a lot of these are just selling stuff in the kitchen. If you know how to cook, and this goes for you women and men, because I know some men that can cook pretty good too. So whatever your niche is, you need to find it and then make it happen, right? And you could probably go online and do videos and show people how to do it too, unless you don't want to give your recipe away. So she's saying she created a jam business, and I personally never heard of that. It's called Jam Pro. What's it called? I'm trying to read it off of her little advertising here, and I can't read it. Jam Prosco. I have no clue what that is. But anyway, she's saying they inherited a farm, and that would be a great idea if you have a farm. Oh, here's the name of it right here. Wicked Finch Farm is the name of her jams. So that's how they can sell it. She sells them for $12 each, and she makes about $2,500 a month. That's a great idea. I don't know if you could do that with the bread too. That might be a good way of doing the bread. Going on Etsy and doing your bread. But by the time it gets to you, just got to make sure it stays fresh, right? Italian bread business. This is another bread one. And this is the name of her website here. I guess Weebly.com probably gives her a free website. ItalyInTheSouth.Weebly.com. Because I know Wix did that too. So Weebly and Wix, they probably give you free websites, but you got to put their name in there. And I guess she does that. She does $6 to $10 a loaf. Some people can do a porch pickup if they live near her. She says the next thing she wants to do is do a bread by bicycle delivery option, which is in 100 miles of walking and biking trails. And it's carbon-free bread, I guess. So this video here is just going to throw some ideas out to you to get you to think and to prepare to be on your own, my entrepreneurs out there. So this is another one selling chocolate. So during the business, during the holidays, business was tight. So she says her business is Tammy's Chocolate Creations on Facebook. So if anybody's interested in buying these, she's saying she does $20 a dozen, and she can make $1,500 to $5,000 a month, I'm guessing. So that would be the type of money I'm talking about that I would like to make as well. I mean, otherwise it's not. $200 or $300 a month is not enough to really make it worth your time, unless you're really bored or really already wealthy, right? I don't, they don't go into the details of this now. What is the supplies that it's costing for the chocolate? Is she getting the chocolate wholesale? Looks like she's got some boxes over here. So these types of things all cost money. The time it's taken to make these things also take up money. Time is money. So these are all things that you need to consider. So she's saying she purchased a few molds, boxes, and tissue paper. And I guess you could find some wholesalers that do that. She started making dipped pretzels, chocolate bouquets, and lollipops. I mean, that's good for her, because I think that's pretty competitive. So this is a 601 day making homemade candy. Sally's Homemade Candies. And on holidays and birthdays, she said she'd give friends and family chocolate treats. She took samples to the big area. She showed up and she melted, so she displayed it on her banner that read Sally's Homemade Candy. I think I've heard of this, actually, Sally's Homemade Candies. If she's in the D.C. area, maybe that's why I've heard of her. Depending on the word of mouth to bring in customers, it worked. And she charges $10 a bag, 8 to 10 pieces of candy. And she's made as much as 600 in one day at candy and state fairs or holiday markets. And she is 80 years old, this lady right here. She's in Oklahoma. So I think I've heard her online too. That's pretty impressive. So, there is no age criteria here. At 80 years old, she's making it work. She loves her life. She's getting up every day. It's sweeter. She's helping people. It keeps her alive. It keeps her active and engaged. So there you go. You see, she's got a picture of her bags right over there. And there's nothing fancy at all about these bags, by the way. They look like just general Ziploc bags. $20,000 a month selling popcorn cakes. Okay, well, that would be something I would definitely do. $20,000 a month. All right, I'm interested. So when her son was deployed and daughter went to Peace Corps, she needed to distract herself. She loves popcorn. She was experimenting. It's shaped like a bakery cake. And it's got popcorn with dried fruits, nuts, candy, marshmallows. And within a month, I sold 600 cakes and realized I had a full-fledged business. She sells the cakes on Etsy.com. And wholesale popcorn. She find out which ones retain the flavor. Today, this is her website, papaliciospopcorn.com. She makes cakes, popcorn, and cakes on a stick. Great ideas, by the way. Making it work. Now, who would have thought you could have made $20,000 a month doing popcorn? But, however, got to take some time out and practice and getting it to work. They're not going in all the details of how hard it was to get this up and running. They're just showing you the final product here. But I'm sure it took some time to get this perfect. She said it's in some Whole Food stores. Whole Food stores and on Amazon. That's awesome. And I know exactly where this is, Pompano Beach. That's awesome. Good for her. Making it work. $20,000 a month. $200,000, over $200,000 a year. Making popcorn products. Okay, this is a frozen dessert from Baltimore. Okay, here we go. So this is from my hometown. So they moved from Virginia to Baltimore in 2018, and this is Cajou Creamy. I have never heard of this either. That's pretty cool. So she is right around the corner from me. Okay, she was a child in the Caribbean, and she has lactose. I'll have to go and try and find this product. She says she makes $10,000 a month. Yeah, it's ice cream. It's $10 a pint. Oh my God! No wonder they make $10,000 a month. Wow. But that's probably true because a lot of these lactose-free products are crazy expensive. So I do believe it's $10. That's probably why I didn't even look at it. $10 a pint. That's awesome. Good for her. There's probably a lot more involved in this than... they're not giving you a lot of details here on the expenses and all that kind of stuff. So by the time you do the expenses, not to be Miss Downey Deborah or whatever, but where are you making it at? You know, you might have to pay somebody to rent out a space to make it. A lot of these products are pretty expensive. That's probably why she's doing $10 a pint. But I'm sure she's making a profit. I'm just wondering how much. I just like to know the details. You know, I understand that this all looks good and all, but there's probably some behind the scenes that they're not telling us. I guess they can't tell us all that. Okay, these 6 women were again about using their backyards. Okay, I've had videos on this too. Just if you have a yard or a farm, dirtonmyplate.com. She started growing vegetables and plants, and there's places online that you can sell your plants. I talked about this in another video. Ways to make extra money, gig work. Look that up. I'll try and put a link if I can find it in the comment section. Extra ways to make money. So she launched 25 acres dirt on my plant, and this is... I didn't have to pay a fee. She's saying she sells all kinds of produce, I guess, on this website. She makes up to $2,000 in the summer just for selling some produce. So if you got some land and you're doing produce, you could sell it. She sells squash, pumpkin, corn, and she markets it on Facebook page. And hey, you don't even, well, I guess you need the talent of how to grow it, right? So dirtonmyplate.com. I'm going to go and look on some of these sites, and if I really like them, I'm going to do a separate video on just those. Okay, and that's it on this video. It's pretty good. 13 minutes. I think that's pretty reasonable. Hopefully it gave you some good ideas, okay? It motivated you to try some new stuff, right? You got anything from candy, gardening, ice cream, popcorn cakes, all kinds of ideas here. Chocolate. Most of it's all in the kitchen too, isn't it? Yep, it's all like food products. So that's the theme of this video here. Make money from your kitchen. Alright, I'm getting ready to end this video. Please subscribe. Come back. We have more of these kinds of videos all the time. Thank you.